I'm Alexis, CEO of She Transacts, and I'm here today to help pay it forward for all of the founders out there by sharing a little bit of information about strategic partnerships. Michelle Zaffino is CEO of MyLibrarian, and she shares with us her experiences and advice for strategic partnerships. Here with Circle One at She Transacts, and we're talking about strategic partnerships. So let's go through, how are strategic partnerships important to your companies?
Hi, I'm Michelle from MyLibrarian, and to date, our strategic partnerships have mostly been social media and marketing, where we share our entire mailing lists. And so our mailing list is about 10K, but some of the ones that have been shared with us have been 50 plus. So that's really, really helpful because we can email and contact all those people and add them as customers, ideally. And we've also been mentioned in other people's newsletters or as a ad on their website, and we do those sort of partnerships, and also share posts on social media and sometimes get a 500,000 plus social media reach. And we've had partnerships with the Mechanics Institute in San Francisco, where we're startup in residence, and with Every Library, and also with Capital One to some degree. And this sort of crosses over to institutions where I've been an influencer myself as a founder and appeared in their marketing or collaterals. And I have more to say, but I'll stop there. Okay.
Now, speaking to other founders who are considering strategic partnerships, this is when, there's not really a roadmap out there for how strategic partnerships work. You can Google it. You're going to get like a lot of different things because each one is really bespoke. It's specific to those two people saying, hey, look, this would benefit both parties, as was mentioned earlier. So I'd love to hear from you guys on what you would share with founders that worked for you, or things that would be great tips or advice for other founders who are considering ways to put this together. Oh, Michelle, what else you would advise to a founder?
Strategic partnerships are a great way to be business savvy, and they can happen on many levels, from like organic people in your circle, someone you meet at your startup space and you do a quick like kind of workload sharing partnership with, all the way to those wish list kind of strategic partners. And I just want to say with those, just keep going. I mean, we've been approaching these partners for years, and you just have to be really resilient and just keep reach out to new people, reach out to the old people when you hit another milestone, and just be really, really positive, and the right partnership will happen.
Now, talking about different partnerships, I'd love to share, what were the easiest partnerships that you've done that did result in terms, like got you users or brought in 10K right away? I'd love to share with people things that move quickly that were still strategic partnerships. Yeah, Michelle.
For us, the partnerships that are a win-win have definitely moved along more quickly. We partnered with the Mechanics Institute to create a demo day for female entrepreneurs. This was in 2016 when we were demoing our internal beta. It was very, very early days for us. And they put on this entire trade show with speaker panels and sponsors, and it got us in front of a lot of eyes and a lot of signups for our app. So that was a wonderful opportunity for both of us to grow in the areas that we to move in.
So you got a lot of new users, beta, all of that. So it's great for testing, user acquisition. Anything that you'd like to share that's not really driven by a specific question on this?
As we continue to perfect the API of our product, we're going to form even more partnerships, and these partners will be a way for us to test our code and how many transactions our product generates. So for instance, we are pursuing a partnership with an online bookseller to use our API in their interface, and it would use our recommendation system to recommend their products. So it'd be a win-win for both of us. And that is an essential part of our acquisition plan.
That's awesome. Great for acquisition and great for integration. So maybe that word will help trigger some potential. We always see competition as potential partners, as potential acquisition. So then maybe that'll open up some ideas for you and your company. Who are those competitors that could become partners and who could also become acquisition? Thank you, Michelle. That is so great. All the information that you shared with us today. Some of the highlights that I wanted to bring up that I think will really help a lot of the founders out there in whatever strategic partnerships you're considering or approaching is, one, keep going. This is something that you just need to be persistent about, especially when it comes to your wish list. So make that list. Strategic partnerships you could do now, easier items that you can build up, not just your own experience, but your relationships and your audiences. So I love the way that MyLibrarian has been able to leverage strategic partnerships for marketing, for sharing in newsletters with fellow updates of companies that may be aligned or organizations that are excited to share news about what you're doing or what you're offering. So these are easy ways that you can do a strategic partnership right now if you're not leveraging that already. That will help lead you to those bigger wish list companies and strategic partnerships. So thank you so much. I think the big takeaway from today is keep going and definitely don't give up.